soon.
I just don't like hearing your name. We are live. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DRW Radio episode 113. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here live with DC Zam Cham and the Extreme Rumble winner, Miguel Roderick. DC, you were on here earlier. Miguel was not, so I'm going to begin with you, Miguel. Miguel, are you here?
Yes, sir.
Alright. Miguel Roderick, you have had the best year of your DRW career this year, and it continues on to another edition of Miggy Mania. You win the Extreme Rumble. You are going to headline Dark Mania with 3 other star-studded athletes: Stoner, Justin Blackwood, and TJ Shadows. It's the biggest Fatal 4-Way in DRW history. This is the biggest Dark Mania in DRW history. What are your thoughts on the biggest match in your career for the Omega Heavyweight title?
Like they said, Omega's taking over, and as the Omega title states, this is Omega. And Omega is main eventing Dark Mania after all, so I guess you can call it Omega Mania, Miggy Mania, Dark Mania, whatever you want to call it, but at the end, there's only be one show stealer and one victor, and you're looking at him.
Well, that's how you feel. Now, DC, you were one half of the tag team champions in Omega level. You have the opportunity once again at Dark Mania to recapture the tag team titles, but also you are in the Eric Draven Memorial Battle Royal once-in-a-lifetime ladder match. What are your thoughts on that being possibly your breakout moment in DRW?
I think it's all coming together if you realize there was a moment in the tag title picture where I slipped, where my focus was on something else. There were some things said that caught my attention, and I focused on my rivalry with Far, specifically Matt Moore, because he had brought up Eric Draven. Now I kind of get a chance to have everything come full circle. Now I can not only recapture the tag titles, but win that once-in-a-lifetime briefcase in the Eric Draven Memorial Battle Royal, kind of solidifying that, in a sense, I did that memory justice, and that I'm well on my way to going to the top of DRW.
The once-in-a-lifetime briefcase means a Omega Heavyweight title shot, or any title in DRW, anytime, any place, anywhere, wherever you decide to cash in at. People that are in that match: Warlord Victor, just one of the stars to name that are in that match. And Warlord Victor has had such a rocky career here in DRW. This is his do-or-die moment. He has his back against the wall, and he is a dangerous man. Omega Level will not be there to help you, DC. I wish you the best of luck April 3rd at the Pontiac Silverdome. Now, Miguel Roderick, it's the biggest Fatal 4-Way in your career. It's the biggest title match in your career. This solidifies whether you are exactly who you say you are, and that is the best in the world at what you do in the ring, or it just proves to say that when you did win the Extreme Rumble, you got lucky. April 3rd at the Pontiac Silverdome at Dark Mania 3, the Fatal 4-Way that could solidify your career. Where do you stand come Dark Mania? Do you understand that it is every man for themselves, or are you believing that they're just going to lay down for you?
Honestly, I believe it's every man for themselves, because like Stoner and Justin Blackwood and TJ Shadows, they prove to themselves every day and every night, every week basically, that they can take on the best of DRW has to offer. But in the meantime, I'm actually quite training very well, and at Dark Mania, you're going to see a new champion. And I'm sorry, Stoner, but it's not going to be you. It's not going to be Shadows. It's not going to be Blackwood, because God forbid it's going to be him. It's going to be Miguel Roderick. This is my year. And I proved it last year. I'm going to prove it again this year. This is my year.
We talk about big things coming to DRW. We got the Dark Style Championship that will be crowned at Dark Mania, along with the Intercontinental Championship. And for those of you who don't know, March 27th is the opening night of DRW Dark Mania Access, where the professional wrestlers of Tabloid will join us, the professional wrestlers of MBW will join us. But March 27th, the opening night of Access, we will host Born to Rock and Roll, only for the Access members, but it will be live on the DRW network, which you can order for just $9.98 a month. Your first month free, but if you want to catch Dark Mania live on the DRW network, you must pay $9.98. Now, Dark Mania, we talk about Dark Mania, we talk about Access, Tabloid's going to be there, Joe Slam is going to be there. All the stars are coming out for Dark Mania, and it will all come to a head April 3rd in the Pontiac Silverdome. The opener, the Eric Draven Memorial Battle Royal once-in-a-lifetime ladder match. Then the epic triple threat rematch between Adam Rush, Blade Wyatt, and Matt Tyler. Then for the Dark Style Championship, it'll be a King of the Mountain match. Zack Zero will take on Damian Steele, Josh Knight, Arceus, TJ Shadows, and the man to be determined. Then for the DRW Tag Team titles, in a triple threat ladder match, the PIC Partners in Crime will defend versus Omega Level, Miguel and Rainey, and Sean Ripper and a partner of his choosing. It may be a fatal four-way ladder match, but if Sean Ripper does not find a tag team partner soon, he will lose his right to be in the triple threat ladder match. Thus, it will be a triple threat ladder match. Then, one of the biggest matches ever signed in DRW history. Never before, never again will there be a 120-minute Iron Man match. Greatness personified Jin Kaze will take on Christian the Kid Rainey. Then, in the co-main event for the Intercontinental Championship, we have found four of the very best wrestlers in DRW. Matt Moore will take on Felix Fairway, Chris DeLeon, and the winner of the main event at Born to Rock and Roll, Arceus or Chris DeLeon II. I apologize. Then, in the co-main event, career versus career, one fall to a finish, no disqualification, no holds barred, anything goes. Aaron Youngblood will go one-on-one with Chris DeLeon II. Then, the most talked about main event in DRW history, the biggest main event in DRW history. It is a fatal four-way, and it is for the Omega Heavyweight Championship. Stoner will defend versus the former champion Justin Blackwood, the #1 contender TJ Shadows, and the Extreme Rumble winner Miguel Roderick. That all happens April 3rd at Pontiac Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. Dark Mania 3 Dark Style has arrived. Now, Miguel, it is rumored that you have been training, and I've seen pictures of you at the gym. You are in the best shape of your life. Last year at Dark Mania, you put on a hell of a show. It was Meggy Mania for you. Will this year be the same? Will you recapture greatness, or will you once again fall victim to a stoner assault, to a stoned fury?
I will not fall to a stoned fury, because stoned fury does not overrule MR Boulevard. And come Dark Mania, I am going to show Stoner, Justin Blackwood, and TJ Shadows what Mega Mania is all about, and what Omega can do for the future of DRW. So, overall, you can just say that there's going to be a new Omega Heavyweight Champion.
Now, something I'd like to bring up. Make you realize you're wrestling twice that night. Not only are you wrestling twice that night, you're wrestling against your brothers twice that night. You're the youngest member of the group. You've been in the business the shortest amount of time. You're kind of like the little brother. So, as your brother, I'm telling you to step up. As a fellow competitor, and as someone who's facing you for that tag team championship, I'm telling you, You're not walking out with at least one of those titles that night.
I don't know.
Miguel, this is the biggest night in your professional wrestling career. The Extreme Rumble was huge. I gave my hat. I took my hat off for you. I gave you your due. I told you that night you were the man. Now it is time to prove to the world that the Extreme Rumble win wasn't a fluke. Nobody has ever won the Extreme Rumble and lost at Dark Mania. This is your opportunity. It is the main event at Dark Mania 3. All eyes will be on that fatal four-way come April 3rd. But before then, March 27th, Born to Rock and Roll, the main event, Arceus versus Chris DeLeon II. Felix Fairway will go one-on-one with Matt Moore. Tabloid to be taking over the rest of the card. Then, Day 2 of Access. We have the Make-A-Wish Foundation Pizza Party. Day 3, we have the huge WrestleCon that will have fans being able to have their own entrances and everything. It's a big part of Access. It's autograph signing, everything. Podcasts will be there every day. It's going to be amazing. Day 4, it is the open train where everybody will be training as we take over the Pontiac Silverdome with a huge gymnasium. We will put a huge gymnasium inside the Pontiac Silverdome, and all the wrestlers will be training in front of all the people that have bought tickets for Access. Day 5 is the Hall of Fame ceremony. Day 6, it is the night before Dark Mania. Day 6 will be the night where Chris DeLeon will host Chris DeLeon II will host a huge speech in the middle of the ring in front of all the DRW roster. It will be closed to Access members, as Access members will be doing autographs with the tabloid wrestlers. And then, Dark Mania. The day of Dark Mania 3, Dark Style has arrived. The red carpet opening at Dark Mania. All the stars will be aligned. Then, it's showtime. The 6-hour epic Dark Mania 3. Now here live on DRW Radio, I wanted to announce that singing live at Dark Mania 3 will be Five Finger Death Punch.
Oh boy.
And Asking Alexandria for our theme song of Dark Mania 3. Now, I thought Cole was going to join us. Let me try to get him back on here real quick so I can talk to him. Cole! No, call failed.
I'm here.
Oh, he's here. He's here. Stoner. Finally, I get to talk to you. It's been a long time. Beer Bash. Let's talk Beer Bash.
Beer Bash.
Beer Bash.
Beer Bash was an amazing contest.
The night that you did exactly what you said you were going to do. When all else failed, Omega Level defeated Far. It was the main event. Two of the very best clashed. Stoner, my hat's off to you, man. You are the Omega Heavyweight Champion. Congratulations.
Thank you, and not only did I do that, I proved what I set out to do. I proved that I was the craziest fucker ever to step into DRW.
And now, we look to April 3rd at the Pontiac Silverdome, Dark Mania 3, where Dark Style arrives. It is the biggest main event in DRW history. You will defend your Omega Heavyweight title versus the former champion Justin Blackwood, the #1 contender TJ Shadows, and the Extreme Rumble winner Miguel Roderick. Miguel has already said his piece about it. How do you feel about this being possibly the biggest match in your career? And all eyes are on you this time. You're not the challenger. You're the champion.
Now, For all my opponents, I respect them all. I set out to do something, and that was to start a revolution, to make things Omega. And this is going to be an Omega main event for the ages. But Miguel Roderick has proven before that when all the cards are on him, he's got the ace in the hole, he burns the card. TJ Shadows is like Icarus. He gets so close to the sun and melts his wings. And Justin Blackwood is a gambling man. He puts everything on the line, and when everything's in, he falls. Me? I've done everything I've set out to do, and I'm going to do a lot more. And if I, somehow, by God striking me down right in the middle of that Pontiac Silverdome, I'm taking every single one of them with me.
It is the biggest main event in DRW history. The epic fatal 4-way for the Omega Heavyweight title. But before we get there, March 27th, the opening night of Access, Born to Rock and Roll. The same night where Felix Fairway will take on his former partner, Matt Moore. The same night Arceus will battle Chris DeLeon II. The same night Tabloid Super Wrestlers will go to war. That is the opening night of Access.
You know what? I think I want to add a little something to Born in Rock and Roll, and hopefully I can have your permission. I'd like to make a challenge to a certain someone.
I'm listening.
The last time we clashed, it took 9 knees. 9 knees for you to beat me, Kaze. This time, it's different. It's a different arena. It's a different place. And I will prove that Dark Rebellion is the place where I shine. Jin Kaze, March 27, Born to Rock and Roll. I'm calling your ass out.
Well,
I'm not touching that.
I'm not touching that. I'm not that stupid. If
like
Jin Kaze agrees... Wait, who runs the Jin Kaze profile?
My best friend.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Ryan.
The fuck? That doesn't tell me anything. Ryan who?
Well, the account's just Jin Ryan Alfredo.
Oh, okay. This guy. I hope I spelled Jin Kaze right.
If you don't, trust me, you'll hear a lot about it.
I spelled it right. No, okay, so out of character for a few minutes. Cole, the Omega Heavyweight title match was fucking huge. Dark Mania, man, are you at your A game? Are you full steam ahead?
When I'm at my best, I'm at my best. And even at my worst, I can take on Taka. I can take on Miguel. And I can take on Nate.
Oh, and by the way, Chris DeLeon II has been signed for a few dates to show up in a familiar place in BW. So look out for Chris DeLeon II. Now, Cole, it's been a long time since we've been able to talk. Let's talk about your career, man. What have you been up to? I heard that you took over HOPW, and you've gotten a few shows out. Is that what I've heard? I mean, you've wrote a few shows?
Yeah, and currently Christian Rainey is the HOPW World Heavyweight Champion. And
I heard.
So far, everything has been doing really well.
Being a Fed owner kind of sucks, doesn't it?
No, actually, it's pretty amazing. It's just when somebody gets
butt hurt,
acts like an earworm, and goes into someone's ear and start whispering things like, "Fuck him, he's a He's gonna screw you. He's gonna screw you like someone did to Josh Collins. Yeah, that kind of sucks. It really does, but I've been able to talk to guys from NBW, BTW, and everybody to have support, and I'm honestly happy with what I'm doing right now. Being an owner's actually kind of fun, especially with the storylines.
And you're a great owner.
Thank you. Thank you.
By the way, the promo is currently uploading.
Okay, good. Because as it stood, Ariana was going to super kick you in the dick with a high heel.
No, I had my promo. It's just uploading the pain in the ass.
So, HOPW, I'm so proud of you, Cole. I'm so proud. I really thought when I heard that you were taking over HOPW, I was like, well, that's it. That's done again. We gotta wait till Tech comes back. No, I'm very proud of you. I was wrong. I'm happy to say that I was wrong on that aspect. You did me proud. You've been running it. You've been running it good. Rainey's the world champ. I don't know how good of an option that was. I mean, if it's working, it's working.
It's getting people to promo. I mean, I've noticed if you piss someone off with the champion, yeah, people are gonna walk in.
Yeah, now you see how it is to be me. Oh, for all this time, you're like, oh, this motherfucker has it all wrong. No, this motherfucker has it all right. And there's a reason why DRW's been around for almost 3 years. No, I'm proud of you.
There's a reason why HOPW is going to stay for a while. I have a lot planned for it, too, and already... The one problem I have is just doing storylines that were previously scheduled, like... What Tech originally was having was literally, I left HOPW. TJ Shadows is going to be the guy who's going to be the hero who brings the titles back, and then I was supposed to come back as the former hero, and that kind of fucked up with everything that happened. I ended up having to take control, and I proved to be the villain of the story. By jumping TJ Shadows. Oh, that's
Speaking of TJ Shadows, TJ, welcome to the podcast. We have about 10 minutes. Let me look at the timer. Watch me looking to be off. No, we got about 7 minutes. Taga, TJ.
Yep.
At Beer Bash, you got the title shot. You beat Warlord Victor. You're in the main event of Dark Mania. You are in the biggest main event in DRW history. You know this. You've been around almost a year now, maybe over a year.
Actually, Dark Mania would officially make a year because I came around literally the day after Dark Mania.
Yeah. This is your first main event of Dark Mania. You are taking on one of your best friends, the champion Stoner. A guy who looks to you as his brother, Justin Blackwood, and the Extreme Rumble winner, Miguel Roderick. This has got to be the biggest match of your career. This is the most star-studded Fatal 4-Way I've ever put together. The stars have aligned. The planets have aligned. This is going to be the most epic Fatal 4-Way of all time. How do you feel? Are you 100%? Are you all systems go to Dark Mania?
I will put it like this. This is undoubtedly the biggest match of my career so far in DRW, and without a shadow of a doubt, no pun intended, this match is going to set standards above standards when it comes to Dark Mania and when it comes to DRW as a whole. Now, for once, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm going to come out on top because of the talent involved. It could easily have Stoner retain. It could easily have Blackwood get it back. It could very well be Miggy Mania. But as everyone has dropped so far, this main event is a Omega main event. You have members of Omega. You have the Omega Championship. this is going to be a match of extraordinary proportions. But I will say this. You mentioned that the stars are aligned. Well, the last time stars aligned, I had a tendency to pierce the heavens. And something tells me lightning's gonna strike twice. I will evolve from being... Shush, Stoner. I will evolve from being elite to Omega.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
What would that be?
Leave the Legos at home.
Oh, don't worry, I'm not bringing Legos. This guy can't afford the Legos because the cops
Bringing Duplos.
No, I'm bringing Mega Blocks.
Oh God, he couldn't afford Legos. He's got to bring the Mega Blocks. I gotta admit, writing Lethal Paradise, the Extreme Rumble, and then Beer Bash was the funnest time I've had. Because, TJ, it's not that I'm trying to bury your character at all. No, I have a lot of fun writing your character in matches because he has multiple, he has such a great personality that he brings to the ring. And it's easy to get him over with the crowd. It's easy to get him over with me. And just writing him fucking around in the ring is great because you're damn good at what you do. Nobody can take that away from you. Fuck, you've proved it. You and Miguel fucking took over 2015. Cole was at the fucking top with you guys. I mean, me and Cole had our differences, but he's fucking great at what he does. But, just writing your character, writing Stoner's character is fucking great. Writing Warlord Victor's a bitch because fucking, I don't know if he wants to be Jimmy Havoc or fucking some Indian guy. I don't fucking know half the time. By the way, Jimmy Havoc in fucking TNA. What the fuck is he doing? This is the most he lost to Abyss. What the fuck is that shit? Who wrote that? Who fucking wrote that? We find him and we stab him. Who the fuck? Oh, I was so mad. Anyway,
that's who.
Before we get out of character,
you also have to remember something. This is a TNA type of deathmatch, not a usual deathmatch. When it comes to TNA and deathmatches, Abyss has a reputation that precedes himself.
Hold on. When TNA says deathmatch, all they mean is that barbed wire board thing. That's the only fucking thing they mean. Janice, that's the only thing they fucking mean.
Okay. So they kind of had to do that to run him off right now because he does have a broken leg.
What?
Remember,
this fucking guy.
You have to remember, dude, these episodes were taped months in advance.
But he was also, since Osprey went to NJPW for a tour, that made TNA angry. So who won?
Abyss.
Jimmy. Jimmy now has a contract.
Oh, Jimmy has a contract?
Jimmy has a contract.
That's
and
awesome.
His contract is similar to the Wolves, meaning he can still take independent bookings, but he can't really do any of the internet pay-per-views like Beyond Ring has.
So, with the last 2 minutes we have, I wanted to geek out for a second because I just got to watch the pay-per-view today. Zack Sombra motherfucking Jr. God damn, am I proud that I jumped on that bandwagon before it took the fuck off. Holy shit. That's all I have to say after that match is holy shit. I was watching that match and halfway through I was like, Roderick's fucking got it again. Nope. Fucking holy shit. Zack Sombra Jr. is finally the goddamn PWG World Champion.
And let's not forget, because we have a new team on the horizon who could very well win DDT4. Good old Death by Elbow.
Isn't that JT Dunn and Chris Hero?
Yes.
Yeah,
if Chris Hero will take a fucking diet. If Chris Hero will go on a fucking diet.
No, that's the thing. People say, Hero and Owens are those two guys that are, super big, and all the people that complain about it are just jealous because they can't do the same thing, and they're probably bigger than them.
It's not that, Owens has always been big, so, I mean, it's not really, he's got to wait for him now.
No, he's not.
Okay, when he started out, he was pretty skinny, and then gained a lot of weight when he was in Ring of Honor, lost a lot of weight towards his NXT debut, and he's kept the weight off. We got 30 seconds left. But, my fact is, you guys can't lie, Hero's shape's not that well.
Hero's shape does not define
round is a shape.
Yes, but in these last seconds, I'm saying this because of Zack Sombra Jr. I want to see Sombra Jr. versus Tommy End. I don't care. I want it done.
I want it, and I want it now. Thank you guys for joining us.